Darling, you're such a lamb. You sure you forgive me?
Every time I clutch the mic, you can see the wheels spinning like a rusty bike. Don't trust my wife, honey, that's enough advice. One wrong move, you can fuck your life. I'm as cold as crushed ice. It's time to go and tuck my knife now. When I shoot, you better duck the fuck down. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
You sure you forgive me?
Being broke is a career. My life is smoke and mirrors. This ain't the happy stuff that you hope that you would hear. Boston Ray, level head, I never said y'all just ain't ready yet. Monopoly, get off my property for free. Ain't no stopping me, constantly a monstrosity at the top, you see. Boston Ray got bars and jars of flat earth farms in the car. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
Yo, everything nice when I sing this song. Don't get me wrong, cause I hit my bong like Tommy when it's 420. You got to understand, coming with it plenty. And it's a dose of reality straight from your brain. We're gonna let them know it's all the same. Cause Mandela affected on the mic I selected. Yo, you don't understand until you get with this. The flow, everything nice, like what you wanna do. Karen B on the Monday Truth Talk. Got the coffee time spitting with your rhyme. I don't need coffee to be full of this. So real, I got love in my heart so I can feel, and I'm connected straight up to the source. And yeah, I love to have intercourse, cause it's so nice when I'm making that love. Just like on the microphone, flowing like a dove, flying in the sky, sending all the branch to the ceiling fan. And you know who I am, Ja. And I got the master plan. We're coming together. I don't need your hate, cause through all the weather we're so much better when we come together. Feeling our feeling, and we know it's the deal, cause we're on the same mission for truth, and that's for real. Yo, so I'm a micro machine. I gotta spit it straight like the man in the dreams. Can I bust my flow? I think I can, cause you see that it is so true and feels so lovely when you're spitting your voice and it's happy and free. Truth time warriors, and that's what I be. The earth is flat, so what you gonna do about it? I'm gonna shout it every day, and you gotta know it's true. Chemtrails up in the sky, but they can't stop the weather. It's the 4th of July. Yo, here we go.
Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think that it's easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
Darling, you're such a lamb. You sure you forgive me?
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd. I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Mud Zone.
Ho, ho, ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet-like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory and flair. Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to you. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth. Planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming out the barn, a higher place. The Flat Earth Farm.
are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
Smoke.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll go show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who back me.
In the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he's like, wow, he's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. That height. Don't
We know the earth is flat, school's teaching the wrong things, so you call on the kings, cause truth we brings. Emergency landings, infrared cameras, we can see too far, and they don't have answers. Globies want a battle, I pity the fool. My nickname was professor in high school, schooling the teachers with no delay. I may have slept through class, but I always got an A. Ships disappear due to perspective, just like the sun and the moon do. It doesn't take a detective. Once you go flat, you won't ever go back. Lift the veil of deception, and you'll see the globe is whack. Lift the veil of deception, and you'll see the globe is whack. Lift the veil of deception, and you'll see the globe is whack.
What you gonna do about it? We thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center, the sun and moon moves around us, yeah. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? We thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center, the sun and moon moves around us, yeah. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? We thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center, the sun and moon moves around us, yeah. We're the hard edge of flat earth. I know you wanna laugh and traverse around the globe and back first. And the truth hurts, I shoot first. New Earth ain't a damn planet. Don't worship statues made of granite. It's a main, ain't it? The main vanished in the sailor fan, damn it. Glad as a pancake, your mama loves my man steak. Your nickname is Spam Flake. I love a good clam bake. How much can a man take? I'm from Boston, I brought the sauce, it's awesome. Rye rust tossed in it more often than not, then leave you hawking and coughing. People stopping and watching, get the fuck off our block, man. What is their problem? The earth is flat.
What you gonna do about it? We thought you knew about it. What you rather do without it?
We're the center, the sun and moon moves around us, yeah. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? We thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center, the sun and moon moves around us, yeah. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it?
We thought you knew about it.
We thought you knew about it. We're the center, the sun and moon moves around us, yeah.
Let's get it.
This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Sweet the taste of love can be, until you let me pick the fruit of the forbidden tree.
You slept. Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
We are live, yes!
Boom, baby. Can you hear me?
Now I have sound. Thank you. Thank you. Rookie mistake. Nancy, why did you have my sound off? And get me a top up, please. Thank you. Rookie mistake. It doesn't really matter. I was just mumbling anyway. So we have Scott. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Scott was coming in to help. Scott was going to rescue me. Good. Good. Great. Can you hear me now? Great. Better than normal? Better. Do I sound like 10 years younger than I usually do? Yes. Thank you. Okay. So what is going on with the elephant in the room? What is the elephant in the room? Go ahead. I'll give you guys a second to answer that. What do you guys think the elephant in the room is? It could be anything. It could be anything. I'll give you a hint. It could be anything. Better than normal. Better than normal. I sound better than normal. Thank you, Scott. And you've been looking a lot healthier than normal too. I mean, I've seen you. All right. So we have I want to see what you guys think the elephant in the room is. What's up? What's up, LA? How you been? Good to see you. It's good to see all of you. I've been so busy working on this True Kings album. The True Kings album, no hierarchy. The full album is complete. Okay? You can, I'll show you guys. The whole album is done. It's a good album. It came out pretty good. Better than I expected it would. Where am I? Am I in the... Yeah. But yeah, and there's like a bunch of songs that were on, like, gonna be on the album, and they didn't make the cut. Like, I had so much material coming out with this album that, like, so it's the whole album is kind of about, like, just breaking down the control, the hierarchy, whatever's controlling you in your life. No hierarchy. That's it. That's the album. Not bad. Not bad. It has about 18 tracks. And it's got Rasta Bear. It's got Jay Starr on it. Jason Starr was on a couple cuts. Then we got Jay Dreamers on the album. We also have Ry Russ. We have Mr. Super Sidewinder on the album. Artwork from Singe Man and Sandy Diva. It's pretty good for a first album. We're gonna eventually make more albums. I'm gonna be working with Scott in a band and making some real music. Not that this isn't real music, but it's more of like electronic stuff. But also Super Sidewinder played some live instruments. I play guitar on a few songs, so it's mixed. But anyway, it's up. Let me see. I'll give you guys the link if anybody wants to check it out. It's got 17 or 18 tracks on it. Just heard something go bang. No. It didn't sound good. Probably a cat. All right. Oh, come on. I don't need help. Boom. No. My thing's getting choppy. By the way, we're streaming to like a bunch of different channels tonight. We're streaming to oh, get out of here. No, I don't need help. The Restream box. Oh my God, they're killing me. No. Get out of here. Sorry, guys. They popped up with a pop-up on my screen that's like preventing me from even doing anything. That's crazy. Okay, well, you know what I have to do? I'm going to have to play a song and come back in. Is what I'm going to, if I can even do that. Wow. That's crazy. I can't even get to that. Andy, you there? Andy's gone too. Well, oh man. It's going to be tough. Let me try something else. No, it's still there. Messages, home. Get out of there. Messages, no. Hold on. Andy's here. I can't even let him in. Give me a second. It's still there. Go away. Sorry, guys. I'm having trouble. I'm working. Oh, here we go. Get it out of here. Inspect it. Make this go away. Is the problem. Oh, here we go. Nice. It went away. They must have got the message. There was like a pop-up on my thing that popped up over my chat, over everything, dude. Oh, now it's frozen. Wow. I'm locking up. Let's see if I can get them in. Give me one moment. Let's go back out and come back in. We got it. So Andy, what are you doing?
Oh, cool.
The stream, you know what happened? We're on. All right, so we're on Boston Ray Mudfoot Adventures. We're on Boston Ray Slice of the Mud. We're on your channel, Flat Earth Andy. We're on BitChute, Boston Ray Mudfoot Adventures. Hey, BitChute. We're on Odyssey. What's up, Odyssey? How we doing? And Nancy, fix it. All right, so oh, now I just lost my whole show up here. Wow, things are not going well tonight. It's all right though. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Andy's here. Andy, how was your day?
What's up?
I said, how was your day?
Ah, very good. Do we need more lighting? How's that look?
Did you have enough lighting? I'm wondering how your day was. Just small talk. How was your day?
It was a lazy day. I got up, started a fire, ate some corned beef hash, made some coffee, had a beer, chilled, and just walked the dog and took a nap. It was a good day.
Mm-hmm. So, do you know what the elephant in the room is?
No, don't ask
me. It's Christopher Columbus Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Who the fuck is that?
You don't know? You don't know? You don't know? So,
now I remember the indoctrination's coming back.
Yeah.
Holy.
Nancy, I need my top up, and I need my top up yesterday.
In 1492. Blah 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 blah.
No, it's actually an important date because you know why? It has a lot to do with our research, and the old world research, and the flat Earth.
Oh yeah.
So when when Christopher Columbus, if he was even a real person, set sail and came over here in 1492 and sailed the ocean blue with the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, it was to prove the globe. A lot of people back then, everyone knew the Earth was flat. Everyone knew the Earth was flat, and they were like, "We need to have the new world. We need to start the new world order," which was them ordering Columbus to come over, and like we celebrate it. But he wasn't a good person. I mean, if he was real. So anyway, let's start with this.
Okay.
This is important.
This little known hack purifies your water, and they don't want you to know this. A tech genius is bringing military...
No, I'm good.
Our government-issued textbooks tell us that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. The dictionary says to discover means to learn something unknown. But the tens of millions of indigenous Indians would certainly contest Columbus's discovery of anything. Perhaps the occult meaning of discovery coincides with Columbus's occult knowledge of exactly where he was going. Perhaps the word discover means just that, to take the lid off something that has been covered up. Michael Tessarian wrote, "We may fairly agree that the subject of history has commonly..."
So, Andy, feel free to chime in anywhere you want here. Okay.
Oh, excellent.
If you want to,
Yes.
if you see something that provokes a thought, you want to say something, speak up. all right.
Yeah, like the giant M on the screen is like really thought provoking to me.
The giant.
Are you a Mason? Yeah. Are you a Mason?
Are you a Mason? Yeah, it's a Freemason handshake. Why not?
Well, I'm not.
I'm
not.
Me neither.
Look at his little Masonic tie too, like they're checkerboard floors.
Yeah. I mean,
nice eyes too. He's like, boing, want some crack? That's what he looks like.
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
Is one of the most boring of all subjects. However, the study of how the subject of history has been manipulated is surely one of the most interesting of all subjects.
Manipulated.
Jean-Jacques
I'm in the
Rousseau
command center
wrote,
tonight.
"The falsification of history has done more to mislead humans than any single thing known to mankind." And Voltaire wrote,
Smoke it if you got
"History
it."
is the lie commonly agreed upon." David Icke wrote, "The Phoenicians were not confined to the Mediterranean and the Middle East. They landed in Britain around 3000 BC, and unmistakable Phoenician artifacts have been found in Brazil, as well as possible Egyptian remains in the Grand Canyon in America. The Phoenicians
What up,
landed
MMA?
in the Americas thousands of years before the manufactured photo opportunity, better known as the journey of Christopher Columbus. The reason that the native legends of the Americas speak of tall white gods coming from the sea bringing advanced knowledge is because that is precisely what happened, if you forget the gods bit. When critics objected, saying Columbus's mission was impossible, he often countered these objections, saying he, quote, might discover some very beneficial island or continent about 750 leagues to the west. At this point, the ships would be able to restock on food and supplies and continue on towards Asia. Then, lo and behold, Columbus discovered a very beneficial continent precisely 750 leagues to the west.
I'm not quite sure about that, what they meant by Asia
And the
back then
agreement
either.
signed on April 17th, 19...
Yeah.
I mean, Asia could mean America, really. Like, if you look at all the evidence, like, stuff in the Bible talks about Asia and, like, Asia Minor and Asia Major. Like, what's Asia Major? Just saying.
Yeah. In Caucasia. There's Caucasia.
Like, there used to be more land, I think, that connected, like, Asia and America.
All right. Well, anyway, we had a rough stream at the beginning. Okay, guys. Sometimes it's like a stream, you know. It's like floating in a real stream, and it's like sometimes it gets a little choppy, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It wasn't my fault. It was tech issues. So we lost a lot of people, but there's probably other shows on too. What up, MMA? So it's kind of like we need to like just start spamming people's chats. Like if you see a show on that's on at the same time as us, and you have a wrench, go in and I give you permission to go in and mud mob them. I mean, that's what we do. Put my link in. Let them know we're here. Bring everybody back to the motherland. Thank you. We started this late night shit.
1842, the Capitulo, and on April 30th, 1492, the Titulo. The strange fact is that more attention is given to the rulership and jurisdiction of problematical lands that might be discovered en route than to a division of spoils.
People don't
from
even really
wealthy
look
Asia.
like that.
In Scotland's Knights Templar Rosalind Chapel, there are clear depictions of corn and aloe cactus found on the archways and ceiling. These plants were officially discovered in America and first brought to Europe in the 16th century. How then did the Masons building Rosalind Chapel, completed in 1486, know about these plants at least 6 years before Columbus set sail? David Icke wrote, "The official story that Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas is ludicrous. A few miles from Edinburgh in Scotland today still stands Rosalind Chapel, that holy grail of the Brotherhood elite. It was built in the shape of a Templar cross by the St. Clair Sinclair family and is a mass of esoteric symbolism. The foundations were laid in 1446, and it was completed in the 1480s. How remarkable, then, that the stonework at Rosalind includes depictions of sweet corn and cacti, which were only found in America, and Christopher Columbus did not discover that continent until 1492.
Whoa. There was depictions of corn and cacti that are only in America on these buildings in like 1480, and America wasn't even discovered until 12 years later. How did they build a structure 12 years before and put things on it that weren't even discovered yet?
Sounds like a Christopher Columbus hoax.
How could this be? There is, in fact, no mystery. Christopher Columbus was not even nearly the first white person to land in the Americas. The Phoenicians, Norse, Irish, Welsh, Bretons, Basques, and Portuguese all sailed to America before him, and so did Prince Henry Sinclair of Roslin, as documented in a rare book by Frederick I, Pohl called Prince Henry Sinclair's Voyage to the New World, 1398. Sinclair made the journey with another Brotherhood bloodline, the Zeno family, one of the most prominent black nobility families in Venice. Sinclair and Antonio Zeno landed in what we call Newfoundland and went ashore in Nova Scotia, New Scotland, in 1398. The Brotherhood had known about the Americas for thousands of years.
Yeah, it sounds right to me.
And Christopher Columbus was used to make the official discovery so that the occupation of the Americas could begin. Columbus's supporters were European royalty
For the
and
New World.
Templars.
When he came over,
His father
it was the New World Order. He was being ordered to start the New World. If he really came over, and this isn't just a friggin' made-up story, and he's not just a made-up person.
Father-in-law
Who
was
knows? No, like that. You know, history is all. It's like a cartoon, just like outer space.
former Templar knight, and Catherine de' Medici of the Illuminati bloodline, along with others, financed his voyage. Columbus's 3 ships sailed under the Templars' Red Cross flag, used today by the Red Cross and Switzerland. The royals also sent out fleets of conquistadors and swashbuckling pirates flying the Skull and Bones flag, their orders to rape, kill, and pillage all they could from the New World.
You see that?
Michael Tessarian
It's not
said,
good.
The Skull and Bones cross used by the secret society comes from the pirate Skull and Crossbones. They weren't just a bunch of swashbucklers like you've seen in the movies. No. These were agents sent onto the high seas by the British royal family to colonize the Americas.
Yep.
The Knights of Columbus
What up,
third
B.
degree
Hendrix?
emblem is a fasces, the fascist symbol. The fasces symbol is an axe supported by bundled reeds, representing the power of the many when bound to one ideal. Interestingly, the fasces is also found at the U.S. Senate, the Colorado Seal, the Lincoln Monument, the Dime, and many other places. The Knights of Columbus seem to be a philanthropic male fraternity. So what does the symbolism mean? Perhaps the hidden history of their namesake, Christopher Columbus, will shed some light. David Icke wrote, the most obvious symbol of the Brotherhood's intent
Good
is
job,
the
Shifty
fasces,
Eye Shadies.
from which we get
Keep
the
it
word
up.
fascism. You can see it at the bottom of a United States Liberty symbol and in the Congress building. It was a symbol used widely in the Roman Empire, and it consists of rods bound together around an axe. When Columbus first came ashore and was greeted by the Arawak Native Americans with smiles, gifts, and food, he wrote in his log, quote, they brought us parrots and balls of cotton and spears and many other things. They willingly traded everything they owned. They do not bear arms and do not know them. For I showed them a sword. They took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate all of them and make them do whatever we want. From the very outset, Columbus was writing about conquering and enslaving the natives.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the Arawaks brought gifts, prepared food, and traded everything they owned. Columbus wrote that the natives, quote, are so naive and
Thank God we have Eric Dubé as a history teacher. To teach us
so free with their possessions that no one who has not witnessed them would believe it. When you ask for something they have, they never say no.
Don't need it.
To the contrary, they offer to share with anyone. He also wrote, quote, I believe that they would easily be made Christians, because it seemed to me that they had no religion. The European settlers took a free society without possessions, property, currency, hierarchy, or written religion, and replaced it with today's America, the world's shining beacon of selfish materialism, where every square inch of land, water, and airspace is publicly or privately owned, taxed, and governed through a corrupt hierarchical system of laws and regulations, where Mother Nature's gifts are treated as personal possessions to be bought, sold, owned, and defended. Columbus wrote, "As soon as I arrived in the Indies, on the first island which I found, I took some of the natives by force, in order that they might learn and might give me information of whatever there is in these parts. The information that Columbus wanted most was, where is the gold? His second expedition was given 17 ships and more than 1,200 men. The aim was clear, slaves and gold. They went from island to island in the Caribbean, taking Indians as captives,
Doesn't sound good.
roaming the island in gangs, looking for gold, taking women and children as slaves for sex and labor."
Yikes!
Helen Ellerby wrote, "It was Columbus's
yeah.
avowed aim to, quote, convert the heathen Indians to our holy faith that warranted the enslaving and exporting of thousands of Native Americans. That such treatment resulted in
hypocrites.
complete
You know
genocide
what I'm saying?
did not matter as much
They
as
came in the
that
name of
these
God and
natives
did all
had
that
been
evil.
given the opportunity of everlasting life through their exposure to Christianity. The same sort of thinking also gave Westerners license to rape women. In his own words, Columbus described how he himself took his pleasure with a native woman after whipping her soundly with a piece of rope.
Yikes! This
Soundly.
is getting pretty risky. But you know what? I'll let it go. It's history. I mean, this is what really happened with Christopher Columbus. Like, this is the true history.
By 1508, the settlers were responsible for 3 to 4 million
Somebody's
Native
gotta talk
American
about it.
deaths. We are not talking about some guy who accidentally bumped into America looking for a spice trade route to India.
Let's welcome Ry Russ to the show. How you doing, Ry Russ?
I'm doing well. How's everybody?
Just hanging out. We're just covering a little bit of Columbus Day truth, I guess. For now, we got a whole smorgasbord of stuff.
India.
A whole
But
rigmarole.
That's what the standardized textbooks continue to tell our children.
Nice.
Right, right.
The conquistadors, the pirates,
Nice.
and many pilgrims
A whole
were hostile and
rigmarole.
ruthless
I
groups
like
of
that.
settlers who were
I have so much
collectively
stuff.
responsible for the
You
deaths
got the
of
whole
tens of
shebang.
millions of natives.
Because we've been working on that album with Rasta Bear and everybody else, and it's like I haven't had time to do nothing.
It's like the whole shebang chips.
Yeah.
100%.
But we're getting it done.
Hell yeah.
Do I hear an echo?
See
hold
his
on.
rod? It's like the
Mic
rule
check,
of
mic
thumb.
check, mic check,
You see
mic
his
check.
rod there? Mike, check. His rule of thumb rod there. It wasn't thicker than his thumb, so he could beat women with it. That's why they gave him that rule.
It's friggin' disgusting. But we're celebrating this guy. He should be thrown in jail.
No, man, I don't do
Howard
holidays.
Zinn writes,
They're all
Well, I'm
the
saying,
Spaniards thought nothing of
you
knifing
know.
Indians by tens
What's
and
up, Jenny?
20s and of cutting slices off them to test the sharpness of
thumbs
their
up.
blades.
17 people, thumbs up.
Las
Post it.
Casas says,
Community
from
section.
1494
Post it. Twitter, Facebook, X, whatever you want to call it. Now.
Thumbs
I
up.
want it posted on Facebook, and I want it
Thumbs up.
posted on Facebook 10 minutes ago.
over 3
Get the
million
thumbs up
people
now.
had perished from war, slavery, and the mines. Who in future generations will believe this? I myself, writing it as a knowledgeable eyewitness, can hardly believe it. Bartolome de las Casas was
We
a
got 19
Catholic
people
priest
watching. Now we're
who
building up.
witnessed the
People realize
atrocities
we got
being
our
committed
shit
in the
together.
name of God
We gotta
and wrote prolifically denouncing his
Sorry, guys. The very beginning of the stream was all muffed up, but we got it together. It was technical difficulties.
fellow countrymen.
Now we're
Bartolome
smooth
de
sailing.
las Casas sailed to the New World in 1502 and recorded many of the things he saw
Twilight
in
Nights.
his book, The
Free Lynn T, what's
Devastation
up?
of the Indies. He wrote, "With my own eyes, I saw Spaniards cut off the nose, hands, and ears of Indians, male and female, without provocation, merely because it pleased them to do it. Likewise, I
Ridiculous.
saw how they summoned the chief rulers to come, assuring them safety, and when they peacefully came, they were taken captive and burned. The Spaniards took babies from their mothers' breasts, grabbing them by the feet and smashing their heads against rocks. They built a long gibbet, low enough for the toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling, and hanged 13 at a time in honor of Christ our Savior and the 12 apostles. Then straw was wrapped around their torn bodies, and they were burned alive. When the Spaniards had collected a great deal of gold from the Indians, they shut them up in 3 big houses, crowding in as many as they could, then set fire to the houses, burning alive all that were in them. Yet those Indians had given no cause, nor made any resistance. They would cut an Indian's hands and leave them dangling by a shred of skin.
Yikes.
They would test their swords and their manly strength on
I gotta
captured
put a
Indians
disclaimer up
and
for
place
this.
bets on the slicing off of heads.
No, I
or
don't
cutting
really
of
have
bodies in
to.
half
I just
with
want
one
to.
blow. On every
This is my-
island
I can't
Columbus
find nothing
discovered,
there.
He planted a
This
cross,
is some wicked shit.
claiming
man,
ownership
hold on.
for
My
his
tickles
Spanish
are gone.
Catholic patrons. He read declarations of God-given rights to the natives' land in a language they couldn't understand. I certify to you that with the help of God, we shall powerfully
For a
enter
little
into
while,
your country
until people
and shall
get
make war
nauseous.
against you, and shall subject you to the yoke and obedience of the church, and shall do you all mischief that we can, as to vassals who do not obey and refuse to receive their lord and resist and contradict him. Perhaps you can understand why the word cretin derives from Christian.
It sounds bad.
Native American chief
I don't know why
Hatui
we
was
celebrate this
captured
guy.
and
Look
burned
at him.
alive by the Christians.
He looks like a goof. Look
As
at the
he
way
was
he's
being
dressed.
tied
Would you
down,
dress like that?
a
Look at the
Franciscan
hat. Very
friar
feminine.
urged Hatui to take Jesus
He's
into his
got
heart
pantaloons
so that he may go to heaven and not hell. The chief
What am I
replied
reading?
that if heaven was where Christians
I'm not reading anything.
went, he would
I hope
rather
not.
go
Don't
to
make
hell.
me read nothing tonight.
John Mohawk
That's
of
what
the
I'm here
Seneca said, Christopher Columbus is a symbol, not of a man, but of imperialism. Imperialism and colonialism are not something that happened decades
If you support the stream, I might read something.
into generations ago, but they are still happening now.
Super chat.
With the exploitation of people, dispossessed from their land,
We got
and
bills.
forced out of subsistence
bills.
economies and into market economies.
First of all, I want to get StreamYard back because this restream is like it's messy. It's messy. It's sloppy. It's very sloppy.
Those processes are still happening today.
All right. Okay, good. So that covers that aspect of it. Now I want to cover this aspect of it, circumnavigation. Yeah. Hey, man. Ooh. I know what that was.
Hey guys, this is Joe Harper with Reformed Truther Ministries. The topic of today's video is circumnavigation, Christopher Columbus, and flat Earth. Now, when one begins to look into flat Earth, questions usually arise, such as, what about ships that are traveling around the world? Doesn't circumnavigation prove the round Earth or the globe?
Yes. So they're saying that circumnavigation proves, so they circumnavigated the globe, right? Which nonsense. So nobody's ever circumnavigated the globe north to south or south to north.
Right.
Right?
That's correct.
So these people, they sail around east to west and west to east, and they say they circumnavigated it. a map. Make water stick to that friggin' thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. So that's a draft photo. Is this it? Oh, this looks like it.
It
right
sounds German.
here. Yeah. This is it. This is it. Oh, cool. Look, we can look at it, dude. Look at this friggin' thing. All right, let's see what that is. Can we make anything out?
It's
Like,
the
what is that?
tractor
Is
film.
that a dragon? You see that? Oh, wait, let me
I
put it full
love
screen.
it.
Let me
I
put it full
love it.
screen. Let me put it full screen. Oh, let me get them on the screen. All
It
right.
says
This is so they made this globe the same year that they sent Columbus here to start the new world. So they're like, all right, everybody believe the globe. We're starting a new world. All right, the old world is gone. Let's start destroying all the buildings.
And this-
You see how it's all connected? They're like, let's hide the evidence. We don't want them to see it on the buildings.
for
And
display
you
purposes.
simply need to understand
only.
the flat Earth map. When you look at a compass, you observe that it looks just like the flat Earth map. And we also know that compasses only work on a flat surface.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, when you put a compass side by side with the flat Earth map,
Dude, compasses only work on a flat surface. You know what else only works on a flat surface?
100%.
Lighthouses.
A
Lighthouses.
compass will only work if you lay it flat and level.
You know what I'm saying? Lighthouses.
Yeah.
Think about it, guys. Think
What was
about it.
Mhm.
Lighthouses on the ocean. If the Earth was a ball,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it would.
That's
It
true.
wouldn't. It would. They wouldn't work.
Right.
Eventually,
Yeah,
so-
lighthouses 100%. And then lighthouses also prove that the moon is not where they say it is.
Yeah. There's so many ways to prove the Earth is flat.
Hey.
you
Yeah.
see that they look essentially identical. And this all gives credence to the idea that circumnavigation can easily be explained with the flat Earth model. In order to understand this, we need to understand the flat Earth map. On the flat Earth map, the North Pole is actually the center of the Earth, while the South Pole, or Antarctica, is the ice wall that surrounds our world. The North Pole is, in fact, it is also the magnetic center of our world, which is why our compasses always point north. In other words, compasses always point toward the center of our Earth. Ships that circumnavigate the world are actually traveling in a circular path around the world.
Yes.
An interesting thing to know about circumnavigation is that it is always east to west or west to east. There is never circumnavigation north to south with ships. And this is because of the fact that
Or south to north.
if a ship traveled straight south, it wouldn't circle around our world, but it would in fact hit the ice wall and it would not be able to travel any further.
Yeah.
So this is why we see that.
So they could go east to west around this way. Look, if you started right here, you would go around all this land. You'd come around Africa. You'd come around South America. You'd go around the whole place, and you would come back to where you started. If you went this way right here, it's like a clock.
Yep. And I'd also like to add, I asked my cousin who he flies planes for the military, and I said, are you allowed to fly over the South Pole? And he said, he asked his supervisor, and his supervisor said, no, you don't go that way. You cannot go that way. And he asked why. And his supervisor said, it's a magnetic anomaly, but he winked at him, and he knew that that wasn't the real reason. So the supervisor said, don't go that way because there's a magnetic anomaly, but he winked at him, and he knew that wasn't true. It was just that.
That
was just a
That's what they
default-
say.
Yeah, it was a default answer.
Yeah.
But that you really just if you do go
They-
that way, you'll
They
smash
program
into
them. They program these types of people with these answers that are just kind of like, it's like, do they even believe what they're saying? Like,
Well, he knew. He knew that,
Yeah.
like, the second the guy said it, he knew that he was not telling the truth.
That circumnavigation is always west to east or east to west, but never north to south. Now we are told that if we travel
straight west or straight east, we will travel on a straight line. But this is not true. As one travels, say, straight east, for example, using a compass to navigate, the point of the compass will gradually realign because it will always be pointing due north. And therefore, if someone was to continue to travel continuously on a straight line due east, as the compass realigns itself gradually as the ship moves further and further, because the compass is always pointing toward the center of the Earth, the ship's path would gradually change. Instead of traveling on a straight line, it would be led on a circle orbiting the magnetic center of our world. And this is in fact what happened during the voyages of Magellan and Sir Francis Drake.
Yeah.
As they circumnavigated the world, they traveled in a roughly circular path around the continent until they eventually came back to their original starting point. Magellan, for example, when he reached the Pacific Ocean, he set a course that was largely west by northwest, and as they traveled across the Pacific Ocean, they eventually reached the Philippines and then the Spice Islands in the east, and then at that point they simply traveled across the Indian Ocean around the Horn of Africa until they returned back to Europe. So we see from this that circumnavigation is perfectly explainable according to flat Earth cosmology when you simply understand.
Interesting. Treelyn, let's talk to Treelyn for a second. Oh, she said she got to run, but I see something on my. There are 2 more worlds beyond the ice wall. What 2 worlds do you know of? I want to hear it. All right, let's go. I find that interesting.
The map of the flat Earth and how a compass works. Yeah. And you also understand that the voyages, the historical voyages of Magellan and Sir Francis Drake are perfectly understandable in regards to flat Earth.
Yeah, what were you saying, Ray?
Oh, I was saying there are stories of lands beyond the Antarctic ice wall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, most likely, yes, that must be true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you seen the Mars map? That shows a lot more beyond that.
Oh, definitely. Yes, yes. Vibes of Cosmos. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vibes. Yeah, Vibes. Yeah, they show it all. I like
Vibes. Flat Earth cosmology, when you understand that they used their compasses to navigate and that they went on a circular path around the world.
So this is what Columbus might have did if he was
until
even
they came
real.
back to where they started in Europe. So all of this perfectly explains circumnavigation.
The whole thing was an evil plot to destroy the world. Let's be honest.
This brings me to the story of Christopher Columbus. Now, Columbus's story is interesting because it has historically been tied to the flat Earth, round Earth debate for centuries. And for centuries, it was...
Columbus is tied to the debate, bro. He's tied to the flat Earth globe. So for centuries, this has been going on, right? This flat Earth globe debate.
The story of Christopher Columbus.
Hey, someone turn your... You have something on. Someone has it on.
Hold on. That's my fault. Hold on.
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, I got it.
It's fine. I mean, we're doing all right. But yeah, so for centuries, the debate has been going on, right? Like, oh, the Earth is flat. No, it's round. No, it's flat. But like, nobody's like, it's been going on for centuries, right? It's going on now still with us. So,
right. And it's a bigger debate right now. It's a huge debate right now.
If what the Globies is saying was true and it was a globe, then like there wouldn't be a debate for so long. You know what I mean? Like it would.
There would be no debate right now.
Oh my God.
Why else would they be pushing it so hard in kids' faces in school?
And they got this guy. Look at him. He's a creep. He looks like a... I don't trust him.
Was taught that the world, right up until Columbus's time at the end of the 15th century, believed that the world was flat, and that Christopher Columbus believed that the world was a globe, and he was actually ridiculed, at least initially, in the Spanish court for proposing that the world was a globe. Now, when you understand the historical narrative, the 15th century was the age of discovery.
and Portugal, beginning under the reign of King Henry the Navigator, had found.
Hey, all right. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something a little outside the box. I got a big show for tonight, but I'm gonna put the link out there. If you want to join us on the panel, you can come up here. If you want to add your channel, you can also do that. Enjoy. All right.
Found a route around Africa going around the Cape of Good Hope, and as a result, the Kingdom of Portugal, because
what I'm saying is, if you have a small channel and you want to build it up, it's good to get live time. You could come on, and this will stream to your channel, and you'll get some Boston Ray on your channel too. It's a great thing I do for the community that we at Late Night Live, Nancy and Singeman strive to do.
Their voyages of discovery were getting rich because they had found a route to the East Indies, which were known as the Spice Islands. And their lucrative trade that was coming at this time was greatly enriching them. And the newly formed Spanish kingdom, which had been united together under King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, they were envious to find their own route to the Indies because they wanted to share in the wealth. And as the traditional historical narrative goes, Christopher Columbus came to the Spanish court and he proposed to the Spanish monarch that he could find his own route to the East Indies by, instead of traveling east around Africa, he could travel west across the Atlantic to Asia, where he would be able to then find a new trade route that Spain could use to access the rich Spice Islands in the east. And this theory that he promoted to the Spanish court, he said that the world was not flat.
I put the link out if anyone wants to join.
But it was in fact a globe, which was met by pushback by the Spanish academics in the court and especially the Spanish clerics that were a part of the Catholic Church there in Spain.
How you doing? What, we got 2 Rye Russes?
And this was the commonly held understanding of Christopher Columbus's debate about the globe Earth. And this was taught in university.
This Rye Russ echoes. All right, I gotta take them out.
All right.
Well, let's see this
Not
one.
echo anymore.
This one doesn't echo. This one doesn't echo. Okay, that other one's no bueno.
Universities and American schools even as late as the 1950s. As a matter of fact, some baby boomers may in fact remember having that view of history taught to them in schools, that the world was supposed to be flat in the minds of the medieval world leading up to the time of Columbus, and that Columbus was the one to propose that the world was a globe. And this was a view that was commonly taught across the world. This was taught in schools. And there's even a Looney Tunes episode from 1951 called Here We Go, portraying this view of history, where Bugs Bunny talks to Christopher Columbus, who is frustrated because he can't prove to the Spanish monarchs, Ferdinand and Isabella, that the world is a globe because they believe that the world is flat. Now, of course, this Looney Tunes episode is fictional and it's a parody based on history, but it's a parody based upon what was the commonly known view of history at that time. This was only a few decades ago. And this view was also promoted in very scholarly works.
It's crazy when they put the truth in cartoons. The real truth is in cartoons and the lies are on the news.
On Columbus for centuries. For example, there's a famous 19th century biography that was written on Christopher Columbus by a man named Washington Irving. And Washington Irving believed that Christopher Columbus was a genius and a hero, and he promotes Christopher Columbus as a hero for being able.
Hold on one second. We're gonna get back to this in a second. I need a break for like 2 minutes to get a snack and get myself situated here. Let me see what we got going on here. So everybody, we're taking a 2 minute, not long, 2 minutes. Where is it? Not there yet. Okay. Boom. Sing it, bitch.
Give
living in the Matrix. NASA fakes it. The test of rap, I aced it. Spaceships don't take space trips. It's ridiculous and dangerous to our minds. Watching the Challenger explode at 8-6. In school eating Lay's chips. As my day shifts, I'll take the night. She said she likes it like this. I got words to play with. Read about it on page 6. I ain't been the same since I saw the earth is a flat disc. Now I get blackballed and blacklist. Fantastic, you globies flatulent. Your wife looks African and masculine. I knew it was a matrix since the Ford logo changes. Earth is flat like old soda pop. The moon is not a floating rock. Control the block, don't blow the spot. That was a warning shot. Sing it, bitch. Give it, give it, give it. Your soul. 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 Give it, your soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say, so much trouble in the world today. When you see the simulation, everything is okay. You can call me Rasta, even Andre. Cooking up the pasta with no delay. Portland, Oregon is the place where I play. Even when it's raining, I go out and say, hey, we got rivers, breeze, and trees. Everything now when you know I'm in need. I just get the weed from the corner store. Oh yeah, cause we got even more than you could even imagine. And you know it's the best, cause I just gonna have to puff out my chest. I don't need no ego though, cause it's been depleted. Everything now but the mystery's completed. Cause I know the truth while I'm in the booth. Cause I gotta come and just give it to you. Dr. Hawthorne, yeah, that's my name. Head of the Nut House, they think I'm playing a game. Sovereign, yeah, my soul's intact. Bob Marley has returned, as a matter of fact. Shot the sheriff, no, I don't need no gun. Using my chainsaw is much more fun. Or maybe my bat, her name's Lucille. Think that I won't? Yeah, I probably will. I don't need no redemption when I'm singing this song. Sandy knows the hook, she's probably singing along. I don't condone violence though, because that shit's whack. I'd rather hit him with the music, as a matter of fact. When the music hits, it may cause you pain or ease your mind like Prince Purple Rain. I don't wanna sit and wait in vain. Your political circus, it is hurting my brain. I'm the sofa king, like an eagle I'll soar. I manifest to be the best, my chakras endure. I don't need medication, cause I'm feeling just fine. Lively up yourself with your spiritual wealth. Quit eating sugar, cause that shit's bad for your health. It's no wonder you're sick. Liking the look in your fridge is straight up disgusting what they fed to you as a kid. Give it, give it, give it. Your soul. 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 Cause you can't stop me no matter how hard you try. Go ahead and call the cops, they probably smoke it too. I will give it to them, take a big puff, blow it in the sky, yeah, you know it's enough. We're gonna do it, pursue it every day and night. Late night live, yeah, we're gonna get it right. Keep it so true, yeah, just for you. All of these things, hip-hop, what we pursue, we trouble in the world today. When you see the simulation, everything is okay. You can call me Rasta, even Andre. Cooking up the pasta with no delay. Portland, Oregon is the place where I play. Even when it's raining, I go out and say, hey, we got rivers, breeze, and trees. Everything now when you know I'm in need, I just get the weed.
Did you give it your soul?
My soul.
Living in a matrix. Look at my Fashi's rocket ship on the picture.
Hey, can you still see me?
No. They can see you, but I can't.
Pilots know, we know the earth is flat. Soldiers know, we know the earth is flat. Radar technicians know, we know the earth is flat. True kings know, we know the earth is flat. Flatters, we know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. Flatters. We know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. It's Rod Russ on the mic and nobody can believe this. Lyrics coming out sounding like a thesis. We spit about flat earth and other truth or topics when we go on vacation. Might be going to the tropics. And we just can't stop having people saying when the next track gonna drop. You know we just won't quit. Hashtag Mud Mob and you're gonna feel it. It's Rod Russ from Orlando. You might see me rolling up in the Lambo. And we got bars for days coming at the audience, all kinds of ways. We make videos, music, and we do research. Got an online shop selling hoodies and t-shirts. And we got mugs and caps, type of shit you need rolling up in the tracks. Pilots know, we know the earth is flat. Soldiers know, we know the earth is flat. Radar technicians know, we know the earth is flat. True kings know, we know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flatter soldiers. We know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat.
In a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
When you said that just now, did it sound stupid to you? Kind of.
Who are they to control the weather? If it's cold outside,
just like your heart. And the simulation, it's a work of art. Sauerkraut is cabbage that's just been fermented, just like the slave system being prevented from seeing the light. Darkness of night, but have no fear. You chose to come here. Told you from the start, best play the game smart. You can take a chance, go back to the start, or straight to jail. The goal is simply not to fail. To bound to the matrix is a state of hell. To bind to the matrix is a state of hell. Oh well, I guess only time will tell. Who is real, what is fake? Jah is good, Jah is great. Religion is fake, so much at stake. Hurricanes coming, the earth will shake. Election is phony, your mind is baloney. True kings sound like Tony, Tony, Tony. Turn the volume up, pour yourself a cup. Load up a bowl, fill up your soul. Flat Earth Farm, ring the alarm. The truth may hurt, but lies will cause you harm. For real, just like my bat Lucille.
Pilots know, we know the earth is flat. Soldiers know, we know the earth is flat. Radar technicians know, we know the earth is flat. True kings know, we know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. Flat earth soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flat earth soldiers. We know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat. Flat earth soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flat earth soldiers. We know the earth is flat. Flat earth soldiers. We know the earth is flat. We know the earth is flat.
An 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we did go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. But I think I know. Because we did it. Because we did it. Because we did.
Earth is flat, let's put it in the air. And True Kings is the album of the year, yeah. You're always blowing in your ear, they lie about it on the news every year.
God created Earth and he put in the firmament. The Earth has been flat, I guess you're bad at learning it. Me and Raya always burning it.
He separated the waters above from below. You're underwater, bitch, inside of a dome.
Oh, the more that you know,
You ain't gonna eat if you have no grill. When you're told chill, you run your mouth at your will.
The lack of parallax, no one does the globe math. Why do we even gotta ask? The Earth is flat, who told you that? We know the facts.
All right. We're back. I'm sorry, I had a glitch. All right, here we go.
Columbus Day was observed on Monday, and Missouri's Attorney General tweeted about the explorer, and it caused a bit of an online outcry for a fact check. Let's verify. Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt, who is running for U.S. Senate, made this argument on Twitter. In 1492, the consensus among scientists was that the Earth was flat. Christopher Columbus challenged that notion and changed the world forever. It's been shared more than 1,000 times. Let's verify. Did the scientists of Columbus's time believe the Earth was flat? And did Columbus set sail to prove them wrong? Our sources, Jeffrey Burton Russell's 1991 book, Inventing the Flat Earth. Burton Russell is an American historian and religious studies scholar with a PhD from Emory University. And Christopher Columbus himself. Russell wrote that many astronomers, scholars, and map makers in Columbus's time were talking about reaching the Indies over the ocean to the west, even using calculations by 2nd century mathematician Ptolemy to estimate how far it would be. Russell added that Columbus himself never wrote that he wanted to prove the Earth was round. He wrote in a letter that he wanted to find a westward path, principally to reopen trade
your
routes
phone's
that had
running
been
a lot,
blockaded in the
Andy.
east and south. Spanish councils at the time debated whether the return trip would be more challenging because of the curvature of the Earth, and suggested, based on Ptolemy's calculations, that it would just be too far to be practical. Historians today suspect Columbus misled the King and Queen of Spain with underestimates of the distance in order to get funding. His projection for the trip was about 20% its actual length, wrote Russell. So we can verify. The scientists of Columbus's time did not
20%,
believe
that's
that
what she
the Earth
said.
was flat. And Columbus did not set...
She said that my projection was 20% of what I last whatever.
sail to prove them wrong. What can I verify for you? Reach out on Facebook, Twitter, or email me, verify@ksdk.com.
Jesus.
Roberto traded up to commercial insurance from Geico for serious.
Thanks, Roberto.
Skip
Thanks,
ads.
Roberto. Thanks, Roberto.
Thank you.
So yeah, so that's what happened. That's the way it happened. We didn't go there.
I think Roberto's a
and that's
chick.
the way it happened. All right, you ready, guys? Oh.
Yes.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit, and then we're gonna come back to Flat Earth. We're gonna go all around in circles tonight. Who cares? What else are you doing with your lives?
Jesus.
You have some, do you guys have something better to do? If you do, please tell me, and I'll go with you.
Where I want to go, you can't come with, Ray.
I know what you're thinking. How did I end up in this situation? Trust me, it's not an easy story to tell. And honestly, most of you won't believe me. But what if I told you that babies come from cabbages? Yeah, I know. Wild, right? I thought the same thing until my buyers, or parents as you call them, told me the truth. Now I get it, it's a hard story to swallow. But if you stick with me, I'll tell you everything. Well, I guess we have to go back to the beginning. You see, a long time ago, ancient alchemists stumbled upon the secret of how to birth babies from cabbages. This magic was regarded as the greatest secret. Using the Philosopher's Stone, they were able to find a new way to give birth, through the sacred cabbage. Why cabbage, you might ask? Well, rumor has it that they thought it looked like a baby's head. Makes some sort of sense, right? These cabbages were engineered to grow humans. I guess you could say I'm a homunculus. Actually, we all are. But the new church couldn't let that kind of power stay in the hands of a few alchemists. No, they wanted the cabbage secret for themselves. So they destroyed the alchemists, wiped them out. And after that, the new church was in control of the cabbage knowledge and its power. They used this secret to grow their own army. Cabbage-born, loyal, and ready to serve. Around this time, something else was happening. A reset. The ancient world, filled with advanced civilizations, was falling apart. Floods, earthquakes, whole cities buried under mud. Some say it was due to a certain group's affiliation with black magic. Others think it was just nature taking its course.
Let's talk to Andy for a sec. He might be running out. You there, Andy? You still there? You running out? You're at 10% battery? 10% battery?
Yeah,
If you run out of battery, thanks for coming on. I don't know.
I mean, I'll still chat. I got this one that could still chat, but my other one with the restream is killing me.
Go get off and charge it for a while and come back or whatever.
I'll stay on this phone as long as possible.
All right. Well, Ry Russ is here.
Whatever the reason, these incredible cities were destroyed and emptied out. Massive floods of mud buried many of the cities deep beneath the ground, only leaving the ruins of a once great age. After the reset,
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambition.
Knowledge of the sacred cabbage.
That's neat.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
I didn't believe it either until my parents, or I mean buyers, showed me these old postcards. These postcards are very real, and apparently these Masonic orphans kept them as a way to keep truth hidden in plain sight. But it actually gets even darker than that. I was told that these postcards were advertisements, a means to sell babies. During this early post-reset era, the new church needed more minions. What started small turned into a full-scale operation. Babies were grown in cabbages on massive farms. This was how they repopulated the empty cities. Couples would come to the farms and pick out their favorite baby from the cabbage patch. They didn't really see these babies as their own, but instead they were merely products. It became a cultural phenomenon to purchase babies, and they were sold on the streets, in carts, at shopping centers, and even at world fairs. These world fairs were repurposed ancient buildings that were used to display ancient advanced technology, and they would show off the incubator babies. These incubator babies were cabbage babies that had still not fully developed, and this tech was used to speed up the birthing process. People from around the world would come to see the spectacle and to even purchase one of these incubator babies. Some babies were even sent over in the mail. Delivery men would bring these fresh babies right to your door.
Wow.
Not only that, but you could also have a stork deliver a baby right to your window. It was pretty wild times. These storks would care for the babies on the cabbage patches, and when the time was right, they would be delivered accordingly to their appropriate families. Some say that the storks were delivery men, but others insist that these storks have been participating in this practice since ancient times. But as you can If people knew the truth.
Oh, they got a. Oh, wow. Good job. You know what? That was the best. I've watched a lot of Mind. That's Mind Unveiled. Hey, I'll put the link in the chat. Good job, Mind Unveiled. Go Mud Mob. So anyway, yeah. It's kind of like I love to see him do well. It's like I've watched a lot of his Cabbage Patch ones, and I like them, but like he loses me at some point every time. But this one, I paid attention the entire time. What do you think, Rye? Did you watch it? Not bad.
I just came back from a break. What's going on?
Oh, no, you missed him. It's all right. No big deal. No big deal. It was just a Cabbage Patch thing. It's stupid. All right,
Oh no, I saw that Cabbage Patch stuff, and yes, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
There is some credence to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but I am not an authority on the Cabbage Patch.
I just like how he connected it with everything. All right, let's just go on. This is Secrets Behind the Facade. (1700s) Vienna, Italy, bitches.
Welcome to Vienna, Austria, where we have the St. Charles Church. We have shown.
I was way off.
Let's go.
I was all cocky about it too. Whoops.
That in the 1700s, humans didn't even have toilet paper, using the good old trusty hand. This was the mindset in the 1700s, we are told. And then we all get this, a palace. And today, we are going to expose its narrative to the world. A narrative that we have all blindly accepted for so many years. Until now. In 1713, this hand-wiping civilization just had so many palace masterminds that they had to hold an architectural competition because they just couldn't decide which one of these outhouse living, donkey riding master
That looked like a computer board.
architects to pick from. There were just so many of them that they needed to hold a competition, if you can believe it. They find their winner in 1716. The wagons would get the stone and the marble right to the site. Not only this, but in 1730.
All right, it's 11:17 where I am. It's 12:17 Eastern. It's 10:17? 9:17 maybe on the West Coast. Let's get it.
13. Vienna, Austria only had a population of about 100 to 150,000 people. Beginning this palace construction the exact same year, 1713, that Vienna was hit with the devastating plague, reducing the population dramatically. This was, of course, no problem for the mainstream narrative. Plague or no plague, only 150,000 people. This palace was going to get done. Oh, and remember, half of the 150,000 people, they're children. So they're not building anything. Vienna, Austria, they were determined to hold a palace building competition. And the palace would be here forever. The fact that these stories worldwide were never questioned until now is extremely alarming. 75,000 adults at the time. We're realistically looking at around 30,000 individuals that would be eligible for this supposed mastermind competition, considering all factors, age and the rest. Living in sheds, no power tools, no light bulbs, and working by moonlight. Was everybody just born with palace architecture skills? No. And they couldn't just build themselves a bathroom. It's not adding up. Do you know a single person today that holds the knowledge to construct this? I don't know anybody that can construct this today. In 2024, I've personally talked to so many architects at this point. Not one time do they agree with the mainstream narrative. So Johann wins. We are told in the middle of a plague, 1716, they get started. And 7 years later, he dies. And his son, his son completes the construction. Of course he does. Joseph Emanuel Fischer von Erlach, the son, pinned to the completion of this palace. He was born in 1693, we are told, meaning that he was only 23 years old when the project started. Again, nothing against the people that have never trained and have no actual experience and no education. But in order to build a palace, I think that you would probably need to have taken a class or two. You would think. Let me know what you think about that. Developing his skills in his father's shed at 18 years old in 1711, he was working on 4 different buildings. So let's take a look at these buildings. This is the first one, we are told. The Lobkowitz Palace, the Palais Trotzen. I think that the funniest thing would be is to see what these 2 master builders were going home and living in. I wish we had a photo of their house because I know they weren't living in a palace. I'm sure these 2 were riding home on Seabiscuit, waiting to get to their shed. They're also pinned to this court and this palace as well. For anybody new here, these characters that are pinned to these palaces, these stories are just that. We have proven this, in my opinion, through 94 episodes. There was a very powerful, extremely advanced civilization here, where we are today. And they were all over the world. They held all of the technology that we have now, and so much more. And their structures, their palaces, they sit here looking at us every day. And most of us never questioned it. Until now. A small population with 0 training, no power tools, we are told. A guy and his son, during a plague, knocking out palace after palace, and then riding home on their horse to their shed, freezing in winters. While everybody is dying from the plague, nobody would be focused on building this building. They would be focused on living. This is the narrative that we were all believing. And take a look at this detail, all the way up this thing. Could you even imagine seeing a mistake? I think I'd lose my mind. The chisels of the 1700s were as good as lasers. They were practicing their chiseling skills as a baby. But sir, I have no idea how to chisel all of this stuff. I have no training. If you don't get this done, I'm taking away your moss wiping privileges. You better knock it off.
I used to spend dozens of hours every single.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I
Show you the inside. See,
looking for something over here.
Anything suspicious? Anything that would give it all away? Any symbols? Let me know. Can we just take a look at this for a second? This is insane. Who else wishes that the basic box style would just go out of style already? Who else wants their town to get a few of these done? We are evolving and advancing, of course, right? We're not? No, we're not. If an 18-year-old could do this in 1700, with no power tools during a plague. We should be able to do it today. You think a college student today could get this done with training and with power tools? I'd love to see one try. If you've seen episode 72, 78, and 92, you will know how important symbolism is. You will also know what is really beneath these structures. You will know that when you see a skull right here in the middle of these two guys, we can only guess as to what is beneath our feet when we walk in there. With more angels, it's just art, of course, and more angels depicted on the ceiling. Again, it's just art, and it's all over this place. All over the walls, marble angels, organs that have angels on top of it. In my opinion, I don't believe that it's a coincidence that angels are depicted on these palaces all over the world, in every single country. I believe that it's possible that they were here and guided the people of the time, depicting what they knew about the world. I don't believe that this place that we all live is the place that we're all led to believe. After everything that we've seen and know to this point, suggesting this is very basic. It's not a reach at all. If it weren't embedded into the walls, the statues, the paintings, and then confirmed in narratives from local legends that are being suppressed, like we have seen in Lalabella. If this wasn't the case, then I wouldn't suggest it. But it is. And on top of it, the narratives that we are given are ridiculous and aren't logical at all. The structures are insane. They don't look like something a civilization of nobody, going through a plague, riding around on horses and wagons with dirt roads and having no power tools would build. And a very interesting note here is that this palace with a skull in the room is located in the dead center of Austria, the dead center. What have we learned?
You still there, right, Russ? Are we still here? Let's check in real quick with everybody.
Yeah.
Right. This is a long one. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I thought it'd be done by now, but okay. What are we doing?
Do you read me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you better now. Why? What are you doing?
All right.
What are you doing
Can
differently?
you also see me?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Can you see me lighting a joint right now?
Yes. All right. So what do we got going on here, man? All right. So, let's take a break for a minute. I need a break. You need a break. This is a good video, but we might. I don't know. What do you guys think? I have something better. We're gonna get into the next segment. Moving on. We can do better. It's a great video, but I can do better all the time. We can all do better.
I see Ross the Bear in the chat.
Rasta's going to be joining us tonight. You know what? Speaking of Rasta Bear.
And Boston Ray, you the man, of course.
Where is it? Yeah, thank you. I think it's right here in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, here he is.
Check. Yo, here we go. About to bust my flow to the canon and D's, so sit back and relax while I take you on a rap attack.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you?
Where did I go? I don't really know, but I'm here today just to bust up my flow. I'm on a mission, making all y'all wishing that I didn't be your competition, cause I am blessed, no need to stress. Oregon is the place where I rest on my rock stone pillow. About to be Willow, going to the Oregon Reggae Fest so I can blaze up the high-grade trees all day. Up in the breeze, that's just what I say. Down near Eugene, gonna split your spleen with my bat Lucille. Don't think that I won't, cause I will, cause I know the deal.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here just like Tommy? What have I done to you?
frightening. What I come to say, like Negan when he smashes Glenn's head, okay, yo. Burning Babylon with a big smile and glow. Cause I don't need to hurt you, no. Cause I spit my verse. Up in this mic, I'll leave you off in the hearse. Cause it's a gift, not a curse. Let y'all battle me, no, I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing. Keep on pursuing, rising to victory. Yeah, this world's collapsing, but it's okay. Cause a rainbow will come out tomorrow, okay? And we'll see a brighter tomorrow. No need for sorrow, so gonna go and borrow this verse. Cause it's so pretty. Up in the nitty and gritty. Leaving Portland, the city, but I'll be back Sunday to go and play and listen to Grateful Dead music out at Edgefield with the Garcia birthday band. You know that I will, with my daughter Cassidy. We're gonna have so much fun. It's such a tragedy to see everyone else so sad. Why you wanna go and be so mad? There's no fuel in the jet planes. That's so insane, Ted. You better go to bed and get a rock stone pillow, cause it's so nice. Don't you know that I'm the lady's choice? Gonna be cackling, everybody rackling when you gonna get the votes? I don't even know. My castle's got a big moat. Everybody gotta understand and just toke on the highest grade. Cause I'm not afraid to lay down this verse like every day. And it's just all I say. Pick up my play, burn Babylon every night and day. Cause I'm a real Rastaman, yeah, you know I'm jobless. No need to stress, nothing or less. Oh yeah, cause Jah, him up height my way. Everything is good on the highest, I say. Thanks and a praise to Most High Jah for the lengthening of the days. Yes, I know that it's so real. Cause I got my bat Lucille and she might be a prop, but you can't call the cops cause they can't stop all the shit that I got and the joy that I bring. The song that I sing, Rastaman is here, so he got to feel what I'm doing, yeah, that is the deal. So I didn't go nowhere, just be a Care Bear. I'm a Rasta Bear.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry.
All of
What
them
have I
abuse it.
done to you? Okay. All joking aside, guys. All right. Shawnee B. Gotcha. Here we go. All right. My man. Look at him. He's all smiling and shit. Looking clean in his picture. Smooth sailing. So I seen this video today that he uploaded, and I was like, all right, can't hide it from us. Look, can't hide it from us at David Wayne, at Curtis 47. Woohoo! I'm going out with these guys when I go back to Boston, and I'm going to do some walking around with them. But so they're in my kind of my old neck of the woods, right? And they've been
Shawnee B.
Yeah, they've been going out and like every Saturday. It's called
That's
Red
good.
Bricks. No, I'm serious. This is what they do. It's cool. It's very cool. There's 3 of them, and they go out and they meet up for Red Brick Saturday. But they think everything's melted. That's not cool. But some things are melted, but not these. Dude, not this. Look.
Yeah, but I
like
got
a
a lot
floater
of
to
these
me.
guys that still, Shawnee
Well,
B.
at least they're having fun, and they're going out together, and they're being pointed in the wrong direction. But it's okay.
Floating brick.
It's all fun though.
It's all.
Oh wait, it's not even just one.
100%.
It's like this whole spot all the way to the back of it.
All right, so this is serious though. Have you ever seen? Do you see this? What he's saying? Like, you see how there's a red brick sticking out? He
There's
thinks
there's always a red brick somewhere.
Yeah, in a wall.
Oh
right?
snap! Here we
In
go.
a wall. I'm going to show you why in a minute. But he's always thinking that this is like the rest of it. It was always all red brick and it melted, and that's a pocket of survival. For some reason, the whole wall changed from red brick to this type of stone, which is probably like granite or a cement mixture, right? It's a cement mixture. That's not even real stone. I don't know. I'm not there. But for the most part, he thinks the brick wall turned into that. And then there's a few bricks left over sticking out.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah.
pushing. That's what you're pushing, Shawnee B. Nonsense.
It's the magical wall.
What are we really looking at? I know it really is hard for people to grasp onto it.
Shawnee B, we've debunked this so many times, and it's hard for you to grasp on. Let's go.
Definitely a touchy subject, but when you're out, when you got your
You know, I'm starting to feel bad because we've been debunking him so bad so many times, but like he puts himself out there, you know, he makes it easy.
It's
for
over.
us.
boots on.
Yeah. What's up?
It's over.
He makes getting debunked look cool.
You get your boots on.
He's been
ground right here,
down
you know.
too many times.
You get out from behind your computer.
He's giving it a little.
You come on out in the field.
It's getting
Yeah,
Shawnee
find
B.
shit like this too.
It's not debunking the globe, it's Shawnee B in the globe.
And ask yourself, why is there one red brick
Shawnee
in this
B.
granite wall?
One red brick. Why?
Right, guys. And they definitely are all the same brick. I can tell by the texture and the color. I have a few of these.
He's been feeling the textures.
All right, we're finding it everywhere.
He finds. Look, he thinks because there's red bricks sticking out everywhere.
He's
He's
all up on the textures.
Let's provoke some creative thought here and get the chat's
Oh my
participation
God.
and interact. What do you guys think there would be a reason? What do you guys think a brick in the wall means?
There is a red brick trapped up in there, though. Did you see
Yeah.
that?
I mean, I'm just saying what I think.
Their research is
Yeah,
not.
when I say
100%
everywhere,
false.
it's everywhere.
He does good. I mean,
we know that.
He's definitely a good brick digger. Like if you want to send him out like digging and looking for bricks and walls and shit, he'll fucking do a
Brick
circumference around your ass.
I love it.
From what I'm seeing,
It's a brick.
it's all the
pickers,
same brick. It's all that rare antique bricks from New York. So look at this wall.
Nancy,
right?
I need a top
What's
up.
it look like? He looks like what? Granite?
Look,
Nancy,
granite.
Brick Pickers Anonymous.
All right, so that's Curtis. That's Curtis.
We're on the bottom.
The tag team, the dream team, the Meltology dream team. Curtis. That's their nickname.
Of
The dream team. You ever heard them yet?
Rollstone Hill.
What do you got going on here?
I died. I'm dead. That was a good wall, though. What was that wall?
David and Chris. Just starting
Yeah,
off
these
this
are
morning.
these are. All right, so you
And
don't know.
first thing we come across,
All
the
over,
bottom of the
all
hill.
over
Wall
Massachusetts.
that you showed,
All
though.
over Massachusetts, right?
I mean, Jesus,
over the-
that
all
was
over-
it. That was
all
a
over the
decent
United
wall just
States.
now.
All over the United States, there's these walls, right?
So you know what? We're going to Peru, and we're going to other places. We're doing this.
Yeah.
But whatever that was, they just showed from Boston. I mean, damn, that was crazy as hell.
Old structure.
Yeah, this is how it is in Boston, though. In Mass.
I know,
The
Boston.
thing is, in
crazy.
Florida, in Florida where you're at, it's so flat and it got flooded out
right,
so much that
100%.
everything's
But
gone.
You know what?
Everything's
I
gone.
lived in New Jersey for 7 years,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
so
saw
you-
a lot of crazy shit while
Yeah,
I
so
was
you-
there. I really did. And at the time, I didn't know what the
lot of
fuck I
graffiti.
was looking at.
Well,
you know,
these
but-
walls, these walls are like you know, like a tourist attraction. Like they're protected on the historic registry and shit because people try to take pieces out.
Which
They're all over
we've been
the
talking about
all
it
over the
lately, and
United
it's
States.
definitely intentional to
Yeah,
draw
while I
your
was
attention
in,
away from
I
what's really
spent
going
a lot
on.
of
But what-
time in New Jersey, and
Go ahead.
I-
Go ahead.
so even our neighborhood ShopRite had a cemetery, and that cemetery had a obelisk. So that was one of the craziest. I even then I knew that I was looking at something that was important. I was looking at an obelisk in the middle of a cemetery.
Yeah.
And it was huge.
Yeah. It's like the obelisk with like pieces of broken buildings or antiquitech that they just ruined the cemetery.
Yeah,
maybe.
No,
Perhaps.
seriously, I was looking at an obelisk and I'm like, I knew there was something important going on here. And this was before I even met you guys. So
I don't think there's bodies in in those old cemeteries. Most of them.
Yeah.
Stupid.
All this stuff happened at the right time. In the right timing.
And I guess this is where you tied up your horse.
No.
Tie up your horse on the horse ring.
It could have been where they hung a chain or something.
At the bottom of.
Man.
So
whatever this
anybody
was, I mean,
from up north
There
knows
was
ShopRite.
ShopRite?
ShopRite, yeah, yo, ShopRite grocery store. ShopRite liquor
yeah,
store.
yeah. ShopRite.
Some
And
sort
then
of
and that was
building,
it. Man.
structure.
There's a huge cemetery.
Well, no, it's actually Price Right, right? Price Right?
Well, the one my neighborhood, it was a ShopRite.
Well,
I think ShopRite with a huge.
Where I was at, it was
cemetery.
Price Right. It was Price Right. I'm pretty sure.
And it was a huge cemetery attached to that.
Yeah.
So those that remember that
Goes all the way
ShopRite
up.
with the cemetery, I mean, goddamn, it's massive.
All right. Enough of this. So basically, what he's trying to say. So we're getting off track a little bit. What he's trying to say is that those bricks that whole wall was melted, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's do this.
Exactly.
You kidding me? You're going to debate this? You don't have the balls, Gelded Beagle.
Oh, really?
Wait a second. Let me get my magnifying glass.
Yeah, I got the balls. Let's do this thing. Okay, so we got Gillette Castle State Park.
Welcome, Stuffed Beagle, back to the show. Welcome.
Let's look in to see what we can find. Let's go here and watch this. This is, let me preface this. This is Spartan Red's live stream, and he's on here talking about this structure. And so let's give him his day in court, and that way you know where we're coming from.
Again, why build like this? Why can't we have normal bricks? Well, they are normal bricks, but they're heat damaged bricks.
It looks like an ancient structure.
Look.
It looks like it could be melted, right? It looks
Got that
melted.
shot, you can see the dripping above that room.
Wow.
Look.
Here we go.
Starting to remember the year now?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
a year in review of seeing such evidence. Oh my! I'll spoil you though.
I remember those days right there.
You're all my spoiled children. Oh my dang! No.
Yeah, I'm looking on the TV. It looks like it could be a melted structure, right? Or made out
They
of
say bricks can't balloon
stones
drop.
that look like that. To give it a certain type of
You
look.
can see why he doesn't want me to
Sounds
fucking
like-
bring evidence to support what I'm saying.
Sounds like.
Oh, of course, man. You can't handle the truth. You can't. You kidding me? You're going to debate this? You don't have the balls, Gelded Beagle. People like you are ridiculous. Your ilk are annoying and now very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's over. It's over. You know.
Yeah, Beagle. Shame on you for questioning them.
You're not going to respond. We're just going to do this every night.
It's very boring to me because they're not challenging me in any way, shape or form. You can't challenge this evidence.
Beagle.
You can't challenge a couch potato. He probably just sits on his ass all day anyway. He does nothing. He looks at pictures and says, "Oh, this is melted." Like, what the? Look at this guy. Have you seen him? Wait. You think he? What do you think? What do you think, Rye?
I think he can't even write even one rhyme. Period.
Yeah.
That's why I look for this particular type of evidence. What's going on here then? What's all this here?
What does he really do? I mean,
What's happened to the bricks?
he's like, let me see. Let me find some really melted brick degradation pictures today.
No. Why would they?
It's
What's fair value?
It's so easy. All he has to do is type in brick degradation. And he finds it.
No.
I
This is
know.
a consequence of the X Factor.
Let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually melted more bricks myself than most people.
Yeah? How you do it?
Yeah, I mean, last when we had a hurricane the last time, you know, this was like two or three hurricanes ago.
Mhm.
I had to actually boil hot dogs with a couple candles. we ate
It sucks.
we ate some boiled hot dogs.
No way, dude.
I swear to God.
How
I
many
swear to
days?
God.
How many days were you?
We were
that?
like fucking 4 days without power.
See, the flood is real, man. 4 days without power. I told y'all the storm was coming. People wouldn't listen to me. I've been trying to warn you for a long time now that there was a storm coming. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't say I didn't tell you so.
I mean, come on. What does this to you?
You definitely
Reservation, please. You know.
So I know this is hard to look at, guys.
You know, I stand behind all the.
But there's an explanation.
Yeah.
So basically, what the debate is here, so I can like put it in a nutshell, is they think bricks can melt into different stones.
Yeah.
Like a brick can melt into a freaking granite, or a brick can melt into marble, or a brick can melt into like a diamond, maybe. Who knows, right? Like instantaneous.
Now some of that is probably true, but what they're not thinking about is there's times when the shit can just be a geopolymer and fuse, you know, like concrete.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what they're not thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's proof that there's geopolymer where it's just already fusing into the brick.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, exactly. It's a cement mixture that they had bricks, or what they did was they used a rubble nearby that had bricks in it, or they came along and just put bricks in the cracks to stabilize the wall over time. There's so many different reasons, but I have a pretty good video here on it.
Disprove the evidence.
You just said everything just now. Thank you.
Hey, you know, they're selling it to you. They're putting it up for you to sell and to look at. It's evidence, damn it. It's right there.
This is evidence, he says. It's evidence, damn it. That's evidence. All right, let's see what he has to say.
Look at the edges. Look how this is melted over the tops of windows. Whatever this was. All of them. All melted. Look.
Yeah.
Hey, all of them. This is melt. This is not for show. This is what happened to the building.
No.
Look.
I'm telling you, whatever they have that's making them see this, I want 12.
It's absolutely mad.
Look at that aperture right there on the right. Holy shit. Where's yeah. Hold on here. What's up?
You see the heat expansion is bringing the bricks expanding into the right.
So that's what they're saying. The heat
Makes it
expansion,
sad.
the bricks expanded. I know you can't understand him because of his goofy accent, but the bricks expanded and the heat expanded the bricks. So he thinks that these are block stones that came from bricks, and they were like marshmallowed out from a heat.
Right.
He thinks it was brick before, completely red brick.
I got you.
If he was here right now, he would say, "I know it's red brick,"
Which means that was the best aperture at one time.
Right.
Yeah.
He's convinced.
You know,
But the
you're
thing
not going
is,
to make this
look
aperture
at
different
all
from this
the
one.
red brick
This window
evidence,
different from
and
it
you
now.
can tell that not all of it is blown out. That's the thing.
What, the
That's
melted
the thing
stuff
with
you're
that.
saying? You're saying
It's not all blown out. Not all of it.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying you can watch their evidence and you can see some of it. Yes, it is blown out, but not all of it.
I think the vitrified hill forts are real, but I don't think it was from an event. I don't know how it happened, but I don't think it was from some X Factor. The X Factor wasn't an event. It was a TV show that was on in like 2012. I don't know.
Okay. I like that.
The same
I
span
like
of size, but
I like your idea about the X
type.
Factor.
I'm looking to make one. Oh, let's make one crooked, Albert.
I like it. It was a good show. It was like a game show.
And for those of you who want to know the name,
I
go
didn't
check
even
it
know
out yourself.
about
That's
that.
the name of it.
There it is.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I got a few razors with that fucking name on it.
Yeah, but some people moan. Oh, he never tells you where it is. But you know what?
Right.
My answer to that is, what, people, it's not a bloody geography.
Just so I can refresh your memory.
Grow up. And when I tell you, ask me somewhere, I was.
If you want to believe in the X Factor, this is it. The X Factor UK, the interactive, the X Factor American TV series. So it was in the UK. The X Factor USA is an American reality television music. It was that's why I know, because it was a music competition. Simon Cowell.
TV
See, this is where they got the name. This is where they got the name from, dude. And you know what I'm saying? For real. Oh man.
UK.
It's so stupid people believe him.
Very obliging today. Someone asked me where something was, and I gave them the location. So sometimes I do.
It's a comic book.
But normally I don't, because I just say it's everywhere.
Well, I'm going to start trying to do that myself.
I was having a particularly good morning until certain events were brought to my attention. Yeah. And after that, I was mean and horrible all day. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I wasn't. Again, look at how the bricks are all popped out, but they're all damaged. Look, sitting away from the main body of the bricks. Why would they do that? Very attracted to something, aren't they? To make them pop out. Boom.
So what he was talking about is that I challenged him to a duel last week, and I told him that, I would like him to come on my live stream, and I don't want him to bring any of his pictures because that shit's not going to help him. And what I was trying to do was give him an opportunity to explain himself without all the parlor tricks. And so if you have a theory, you should be able to come and explain your theory. And what I was asking was, how the hell does a brick morph into a stone? And I wanted the answer to that one question.
Yeah.
And he should have been able to back his theory up with just words, but he couldn't do it. But see, I knew he couldn't do it because I'm a lot smarter than he fucking thinks I am. Okay. So then I challenged him again and told him to bring everything he had. Has he contacted me? No. He's too much of a pussy to do that. He'll never do that. And Mr. Spartan Red, if you're listening, now you've grown a pair, please come and talk to Mr. Biggs. You can come on my live stream and we can, go at it. Okay. You're more than welcome.
Never going to happen.
Hit me up on stuffbeagle@gmail.com. That being said, we're going to go and we're going to look at everything we can on this building, because looking at pictures and making statements that this is that and that is this and this building is a melted building, and giving zero evidence that it is or how it could happen or anything like that, just making these statements is not how you do research. So let's actually research this building.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Do it.
I got the balls.
Here we go, guys.
Hey everybody, it's Paul, and I'm standing inside the entrance to the Great Hall of the castle. Now, before I show you around, give you the grand tour of the room, I want to take a few steps back and just tell you a little bit about the castle building itself. Now, the construction started in 1914. It was completed in 1919. Now, that being said, it's not like the castle was completely done by then. It was certainly move-in condition, but there were some pieces added later on. William Gillette expanded the castle between 1923 and 1926. That's when he added an in-law apartment on the 3rd floor of the castle, as well as the tower rooms. Now, as far as the work being done, as you may remember when we showed you around the main entrance hall, the Portis Walker Company were the general contractors. They were out of Hartford. Now, that being said, William Gillette still designed everything himself. and he certainly had a lot of attention to detail when it came to making sure the castle was built as he wanted it. Now, there were about 20 men working on this place, so about 15 stonemasons, 5 master carpenters, primarily working on the team, although there were certainly other people who worked on various aspects of the castle as well. Total cost for this house was $1.1 million. Now, as you hopefully saw in the biography video, William Gillette was an extremely successful stage actor, so he had no problem paying for this house. And keep in mind, that $1.1 million was over 100 years ago. Now, as far as what that would equate to today, it's hard to say for sure, but if I were to give a best guess, I'd say maybe about $25 to $30 million. Now, 101 years ago when the house was completed, it was extremely modern for the time, full utilities.
21 people watching, thumb it up.
Steam heat. So for example, we have the light switches just to my left. As far as the material that you see here,
here we
see
go.
A lot of stonework. The stone is
Stonework.
a local stone. It's just regular field stone.
Fieldstone. Let's go.
William Gillette was pretty smart, so he put out word to local farmers that he needed the stone. After all, this is Connecticut. We practically grow rocks around here. So the farmers cleared.
Connecticut grows rocks. So the farmers cleared the fields, and they used the stones that they had to clear their fields because they had to clear the fields to grow there. And that's where the fieldstones come from. And that's why they call fieldstones. Connecticut fieldstone. Word, bro.
You got to feel stones to feel rocks.
I mean, you got to feel stone to feel stone. You know what I mean?
The stone off their own
Yeah,
farmland, and then they
feel
brought it up
rock.
here for Gillette by the oxen cartload. Now, in between the stones, the mortar is
Thank
red.
you.
It's a little
Thank you,
strange,
Drew.
but he
Thumb
does
it
it
up.
by design. He uses
killing
dark
it
mortar
tonight.
in the main entrance hall. That's for dramatic effect. He wants you to feel as though you're in a really old castle. Now, it's cool, but it's creepy. So he had his masons dye the mortar red just to brighten up the rest of the house. Now, the wood that you see throughout most of the castle is going to be southern white oak, just like this. It was brought up from Tennessee and Virginia and then hand-carved by local carpenters. Now, William Gillette was smart, realized it's a very large house, it's a very heavy structure. He wanted to make sure it lasts forever. So the entire building was actually framed in steel. So for example, if you take a look over here, this is actually a steel I-beam covered up by stone. And then if you take a look overhead, you can see on the ceilings large wooden beams, which are actually just I-beams that are covered up by the wood. They just pieced it together around the steel. And that's the original frame of the house. So we really love that stuff. Now, looking all over the walls, you'll find we have this grass matting. It's sort of strange because as customized as the house is, this matting was extremely common for the time.
We know
William
you.
Gillette found it in a department store catalog.
It's a good one.
Wanamaker's out of New York and Philly. Now the thing is, it's not meant to be on the walls. It's carpet tiles. That's what everyone else used it for. But Gillette thought it would work better on the walls. At the very least, it's there because it fits the natural feel of the house. It's very rustic, very comfortable. I'd like to think Gillette was probably smart enough. He saw some of practical uses there. So it's soundproofing, added insulation, absorbs humidity. If he ever had to replace any of the tiles, it's pretty easy. He just went into a catalog, ordered some more, and he could just replace the individual squares themselves.
One, he
Great,
said that it
technicians
was built with field stone.
We know the
So that's really
answers, but-
important. Which is, I agree with that. That it looks like field stone. It smells like field
Yeah.
stone. It works like field stone. It's probably more than likely field stone. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe. Okay, I realize this guy's official narrative. Okay, that's fine. But if it looks like a damn fieldstone, I'm going with fieldstone before I go with that thing was a brick that morphed into a stone.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Until I hear some kind of Disneyland magical fairy dust that you sprinkle onto it, and it turns it into a brick to a stone. Until I hear some evidence as to how that happens, then I'm not going to believe you. Okay, you've got to come to me with some not a picture and say this is that. You've got to bring some. You got to explain yourself. You got some explaining to do, Mr. Spartan Red, Mr. Jerry DeCamp, Mr. All the Neptologists. Okay, all
Great
of your
herb,
suspects.
Russian
Okay, every one of you. Another thing I noticed in there that the guy said that the house was framed in steel, and I looked into this, and the house, the house is a steel frame, and everything is built on the steel frame. Okay, that's really fucking interesting, y'all. Okay, how often do you have a steel frame house? Number one. Number two, do you have a melted building that has a steel frame and the steel didn't melt, but the rock did? Okay, well, what about all the wood in that house? Did the wood all happen to burn away and they added all the wood back? Or what about the wood that goes through the stone? I mean, there's all these, it brings up all these stupid questions that we have to ask now. And maybe that's the whole point of these meltology people. Maybe their whole point is to stump us and waste our fucking time. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. We're not done.
Just to recap, those aren't melted bricks. That's fieldstone. Fieldstone was cleared out by the farmers so they could farm the land when they first settled because it was all forest. They had to chop down the trees and farm the land.
Okay, and Gillette had a train that he ran around. He had both a steam train, mini train, and an electric train. And if you've been a viewer of mine for a while, you probably know that I believe that the mini trains were used in the Underground Railroads, which were an actual Underground Railroad. So when they're talking about the Underground Railroads for the slaves, they're actually talking about an Underground Railroad. But he had an Underground Railroad. So this is an old film of actually Gillette himself playing with his train.
He's a funny guy. That's my house in the background.
Ever since I was an infant, and for all I know before, I've had the idea that I'd
old
like to
as
drive a
fuck.
locomotive.
So,
People
what's
didn't
up?
tell me that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I've often heard that I was born with a steam engine in my mouth. And at last, I've got one. I had to build one so to
Post
drive
it.
it. It's a long
Post it
while
on
since
something,
I heard, but now I've
somewhere.
got my wish at last.
Post.
And I'd like to see if some of you wouldn't like to come and take a ride, or maybe. We'll have a little ride around the place. What do you say? All right, we'll do it. Good thing, yes. All right. Goodbye.
Like one train ride to nowhere.
Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt.
Ever notice the mountains of buildings melted, smelted? Well, I say whoever smelt it, dealt it, helter-skelter. When the plasma sun hits, you better yell to help you or run for shelter. Be part of the revolution. If you're not the problem, you are the solution. If you're not the solution, you are the problem. If you don't want none, don't start them. Boston Ray got many names, many channels, plenty handles, many platforms. Can you stop that beat for a second and bring it back for him? We going platinum. You're saying space is a vacuum? That's dumb. I'll flat smack any globe for even asking. It's a controversy. The people's conversing are never worthy. It's another worldly. Can you zoom in on the horizon and measure for me? Soon you'll see the earth is never curving. It's clever wording. Boston Ray, have you lost your way to the pot dispensary? How much did it cost today?
Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt. Ooh, ooh. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt. Ooh.
Melt down. Watch the buildings melt down, 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 down. Watch them melt down to the ground. Listen to the sound of the Rasta man when I come straight to your town. Portland to Japan, you know who I am. Got Lucille and I don't give a damn. Green eggs and ham, well, let me come and tell you about the mountain, the buildings. Everybody coming back and wanna hear what I'm feeling, yo. Let me tell you what I say. 9/11 should be a holiday, cause we got to see them towers, them melting away straight in front of our eyes. Reveal the disguise, no time for compromise, yo. Let me just take you back in time, when I used to write my rhymes, listening to Tupac and even Kid and Play. But I don't play. Whoa, watch the buildings drill down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down, 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 down to the ground. Whoa, watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the buildings melt down, 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 down. How low, low can you go? Let me tell you, it goes way down, down, down under the ground. I've been underneath the city of Seattle. Did that little tour, yeah, it was really cool. And I ain't no fool, so let me just take you all back to the school. Yo, got my bat, Lucille, and I'm ready to debate. While you sitting in that watching on the plate, masturbate. I don't understand, it's just too late for any of y'all intellectuals to come and select what I say. What I wanna do is play, make good music today. Hey, so here we go once again. Yo, down. Watch the buildings melt down. Watch the towers fall down. Watch the towers fall down, 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 down to the ground. 9/11 that day.
One second, I'm just pouring a coffee. Can't go without my coffee. All right. So we got back to
I always wanted to write a happy verse to a sad song. 2 more tracks on True Kings, well that's done. I can retire, it has come. All good things come to an end, I had fun. I really enjoyed our time together, the good and the bad ones. I would never change a thing, quit asking. If you really want it, bitch, you can have some. I'll sell so many records, I'm going platinum. Honey, don't get complacent, you need to take action. When we look back on the past, I hope we can laugh some. At least my kids can watch in the long run. I hope you all stay and listen until the song's done. I know when you listen, it sounds like something's gone wrong. I hope we made a difference, this is the last song. I know when you listen, it sounds like something's gone wrong. I know we made a difference, this is the last song. To say, but here's one more verse, then I'm on my way. Every day, well, we're rocking it every day. From the streets to the beat, yeah, we're bringing the heat. I say, every day is a good day when you hold a vibe with Andre and Boston Ray. The True Kings, Lucille Swings hit you in the head. I thought I warned you, I'm a real natty dread. I thought I said all I needed to say, but here's one more verse, then I'm on my way. The sky is red, the sink is pink, purified water, so I have to drink. Oranges are purple and apples are blue. Bananas prove we're in a simulation, and so do you. Acting like an NPC, you best get a clue what you want to be. Every day, every single day. Every day, whoa, every day, every day, whoa, every day.
We're back. All right. Sorry, guys. My internet went down again. Where I live now, I don't have good internet like I used to.
It's now gone. They actually, I think they have it in a museum now at the property or so. Anyways, it's still around, but the tracks have been pulled up. The tunnels are still there, and they've turned it into a walking trail. This is, now I've sped this up, so be forgiving, but this is some renovation work they did, and they're fixing the retaining wall. So it's more stuff for our research.
We started probably late September 2019, taking down the existing wall, and we were using everything that's on site was gathered and numbered and put to the side, and then as we reconstructed, we reused all the existing rocks and flagstone that were here. We started out with tearing the wall down, and of course, we took it down some by hand and some by machine, and then once we got down and started digging to get to the bottom of the footing, we hit ledge, because this wall, when the existing wall is a dry belt wall, and the new wall is a concrete foundation with a brick shelf, and then the stones were all cut in half, to be 6-inch veneer, and then we veneered the actual concrete retaining wall, which makes this wall a lot stronger and avoid of any collapsing or frost heaving because of the concrete reinforced wall behind it. So then, like I said, we got to the ledge, and we had to go deeper. So we didn't really want to do any blasting because of the nature of the castle and the damage that could do. So we actually laid it all out like a grid system and drilled holes into the ledge, anywhere from 12 inches to 42 inches deep in the ledge, probably like 8 inches on center. And we filled those holes with chemical, and overnight the chemical expands and cracks. The next morning we come in and we move the ledge. And that's how we did that process. Once we got all of that out of the way and dug down the bottom of the footing, we formed the footings, installed rebar, and poured the footings. And then the same thing with walls, on top of the footing, with walls and the rebar, poured that, and then we were able to start putting the stones all back together. And that's as far as the retaining wall goes. Once we got to the top, then we just capped it with regular rocks, and the boulders that you see on top there is how that was capped off. As far as the stairway goes, same process. We were able to dig that out with a machine. Luckily with that, the ledge wasn't as high up in elevation as the wall, so we were able to get to the bottom of our footing for all of these pilasters that you see, and the stairs. And then we put flagstone walks back together. We put new granite treads in. The old treads were a mix of flagstone and fieldstone treads, but these are granite treads. And then we had to put in, for ADA code, we had to put in the handrails that you see. That wasn't in the original before we took it down, but because of code, when you reinstall stairs, you got to put the handrails.
What's up?
Back in.
Okay, and these meltology people are questioning why you would build a stone wall. Why would you build out of these stones? And so I've got a little video showing this is not the Gillette property, but this is how they do it. So we'll take a look at this and see what we can learn from some actual stonemasons.
Stonemasons, here we go.
Started probably late September 2019, taking down.
Scott.
What happened? What happened? Did we lose audio?
You muted yourself, Biggs.
No, he just talks so fast.
I'd like to show you a special construction site. It's about the preparation and construction of a mortared natural stone wall. Mostly regional stones were used in this case, specifically a light gray lacquer. In addition, if possible, a mortar with the corresponding color should be used. Once all materials are on site, then you still need 2 experts who can construct a wall the same style as the castle.
This is how they do it, Shawnee B.
And there they are, the natural stone specialists, Nico and Vangeli. They first put on a mason's core to make it easier to align the wall and achieve a proper inclination. Because the wall should be slightly wider at the bottom than at the top, the cords are attached to pins so that they can be moved up and down. Now it depends on the experience.
The thing is, though, he'll ignore this. He'll pretend he didn't even see this, and tomorrow he'll still upload his bullshit.
The 2 masons. Each stone is shaped and adjusted with the hammer. The gray whacker sometimes is very porous and therefore breaks easier, which makes the process more
He just wants to fit in with them so bad.
difficult. The ready mix mortar is mixed on site with water in a mixing machine and is used immediately.
I understand. He wants a sense of belonging. Because, I mean,
The lower part of the retaining wall has only 1 viewing side. However,
if he changes his mind now, there's no turning back.
the back of the wall must also be built with stones and mortar, so that the wall is stable later.
Let's go.
He's at the point of no return. He's at the brink. He's at the edge.
Eco places special emphasis on the cornerstones,
Here we go.
which must have 2 viewing sides with almost 90 degrees to each other, as well as fit the underlying stones so that no double cross joints occur. It is important to build the wall without 2 cross joints on top of each other, not only for stability but also for the appearance. So Nico and Vangeli keep carving, adjusting, and hewing the stones row by row. Some natural stones strongly absorb moisture. Therefore, this mortar is particularly suitable because it can also be used as grout at the same time. The joints are being filled and smeared. Now the wall has almost reached its final height.
Castle Building 101. Let's go.
The rear upper wall will be visible.
Vehicles there.
Vangeli closes the joints carefully here too.
I used to live
The top row is now laid. For this purpose, the court is pushed up to the final height and is used to get the top layer nice and straight.
And my favorite brewery is the Harpoon Brewery. Let's go.
Now, in addition to avoiding double cross joints, attention must be paid to the side and top views and the correct stone thickness. Then you get a level and even appearance of the masonry top. The processing of the last row of stones is therefore a little more elaborate. Here it is particularly important that the joints are well mortared and smeared, so that later the least amount of water will seep into the wall. A cover plate is omitted in this case for aesthetic reasons. It's always amazing how these two brothers create such a straight wall out of supposedly misshapen natural stones. Here, the last stone is still missing in the top row of the corner. Nico closes the gaps with smaller stones, ensuring that the joints that are visible later are equal width apart and installed at the correct height.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but this is exactly like the Grand Canyon. Let's go. Grand Canyon.
The masonry work is now done, and the quartz can be removed.
No, it's failed stone. It's failed.
Now the joints can be closed with fresh mortar. The natural stone used here is relatively hard with smooth surface. Therefore, the joints can be smeared well without the excess grout immediately adhering to the stone.
Great stuff. And good job, Stuff Beagle, on the research. Coming through clutch with the research.
The mortar now hardens for a few hours before it goes into the final processing phase because the wall is not done yet. The excess grout material is now removed from the stones in several steps. First, the rough part of the mortar is cleaned with a wire brush. At the corner, Nico works very carefully so that the joint is not damaged. In the second step, the fine portion of the mortar is swept with a hand brush and at the same time provides the joint with the desired finer surface. The cleaning of the joints really brings out the stones and makes the wall look even more natural. The deeper the gap is swept, the more natural the wall will look later. In this case, it's about optically adapting the joint of the surrounding walls. You can clearly see how the stones of the new wall are now really coming into their own. The joints will become brighter after some time and adapt even better to the existing walls.
So, this is how it's done. This is how you build a stone wall. And you know, they can do it today just like they could do it back then. So we can build like that. Why do we build like that? Well, because the customer fucking wants it that way. The owner of the building wants it to be designed that way. Why? What makes me think that it's not melted brick? Because it's fucking fieldstone. Okay, and that's how you fucking do it. It's not real fucking difficult. Okay, here's the problem. You guys are fucking high. Okay, get off the fucking drugs and then do your research. Okay, that's a challenge to you. Don't do drugs unless you're on your, free time and, you're not doing research. Then get high if you want. Get fucking high. I don't care. I mean, shit, it's okay. Get fucking high if you want. But getting high and doing research, guess what you're going to come up with? Bunch of bullshit. We're not done. Oh, we're not done. You know how I roll. We ain't done. Gillette Castle. This is an official wiki indoctrination page. Gillette Castle State Park straddles the towns of East Haddam and Lyme, Connecticut in the United States, sitting high above the Connecticut River. The castle was originally a private residence commissioned and designed by William Gillette, 1853 to 1937, an American actor who is most famous for his portrayal of Sherlock Holmes on stage. Gillette lived at his estate from 1919 to 1937. That is the Gillette.
How low does it go? How many levels under the ground? How low does it go? How many levels under the ground? My nickname was Hot Wheels in high school. I used to roll up and lock my stolen bicycle. I might do what I like to. It's insightful. I'm not like you. We don't want the same weed all the time. We want flavors. If I have you on Late Night Live at night, that's a favor. I'm glad that you found God. I hope he saves you. You want a scratch ticket? I'll wipe my ass with it. You little ass licker, I ain't your fast ticket. You just a whack midget. That was last minute. We're all glad that's finished. There was a time and a place for that. Let's leave it in the past. I ain't even gonna ask. So moving on, it's a grooving song. The rent's due tomorrow. I dropped and broke the banger, so I just drew the bong. They knew the song, and you were wrong, so move along. How low does it go? How many levels under the ground?
high can I get? I'm gonna fly so high like a jet, but I don't need no fuel, cause I'm not no tool. I'm not no summer cassette tape. Everybody wanna hear what I wanna play. Hey, listen to the music that I sing. All of the joy and the happiness I bring. Late night live, you know you're gonna hop on and give us some comments. And I'm not AI, I don't need none of that to write these lyrics, cause that shit is so whack. Yo, like a heart attack, gonna come back and just bang it, sing it. Yo, I just really know that I can bust my flow any night and day. Yo, so tired of the weak sauce, I need better. Gotta grade it up like I do with cheddar when I'm making my quesadilla. Gotta just have your soul and just feel what I'm gonna do when I sing it through. Keeping it so true, that's what I do. Andre, bringing the freshness to you. Whoa, here we go, what we do, cause I can get so high with a spliff and a fire. Whoa, cause my only desire. Listen to the music as the Rastamana sing. All of the goodness and the joy that we bring. Burning Babylon cause we praise King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion, Rastafari. Whoa, whoa, here we just wanna go. Yo,
how low does it go? How many levels under the ground? How low does it go? How many levels under the ground?
la la la, 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 la la la.
Oh, tell me why haven't you returned my calls from a year ago? Every time that phone rings, I can feel my heart sink. I never hear you go. Hello, you're my superhero though. I can see things clearer though. Are you there, ho? Forget, honey, my heart, I want it back, pumpkin. Well, isn't that something? I know you secretly bumping the Meltology anthem in your whip, but you just can't stand him. You stole my heart, I want it back before I have a heart attack. And what a rack. On my wall, you want a plaque. I want my bloody money back. Imagine that. A matter of fact, our love blew away from the ceiling fan. Can you feel me, man? I'm still right here, can't you see? You want me to go away? I will never leave, though I will never be as good as you in your book. Well, whoopsie-doo, Ray, you should have knew. I'll make a career off you. I'll turn you to an example and people will stare at you. My notebook in my hand and my mic on a swivel. My money's on my mind and you're somewhere in the middle.
Ooh, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. La, la, la,
oh, tell me why haven't you returned my calls from a year ago? Every time that phone rings, I can feel my heart sink. I never hear you though. Hello, you're my superhero though. I can see things clearly, yo. Can you hear me, though?
Yeah. Damn, this girl sounds so damn cold. She also so damn bold, yeah. But the story's older than most. I like to tell you, look, you know those legends of old, yeah. But if the girl has heart and the heart grows fonder when y'all are apart, yeah. I give her one more chance when she hears this song. She you might be doing the dance, yo. Bitch back, bitch back, bitch work, bitch work, bitch back, go to work, go to work. Bitch back, bitch work, bitch work, bitch back, go to work, go to work. Bitch back, bitch twerk, bitch back, go to work, go to work. Bitch back, bitch twerk, bitch back, go to
Oh,
work.
tell me why haven't you returned my calls from a year ago? Every time that phone rings, I can feel my heart sink. I never hear you go. Hello, you're my superhero, though. I can see things clearer, yo. Are you there, ho?
Oh, la la la. My heart is lost in the prison of Oz. They call me a Tin Man, probably cause I'm a 10 out of 10. I came here to win Shawshank Redemption in this prison I'm in. You had to leave me over melted bricks, cracks in the foundation till it made you sick. My heart is broken half, but still I have to laugh. Because deep down I know it's just a part of my path. True to myself, and that the way I have to be. King of my castle in this reality.
Do you ever have one of those days? You know, one of those days when you just don't even want to get out of bed that day. So you just lay in bed. One of those days where you just don't even want to wake up. You don't want to get up. You don't want to do a damn thing. Sometimes I just want to close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just want to live again. Sometimes I just lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there was a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes, and close my eyes.
I'll give a damn about your programming, man. You don't know me from a ham sandwich. 9/11, yeah, we know the man planned it. I studied Earth, and the Earth ain't a damn planet. Boston, tough to do a dab with no dab stick. But yabba dabba do, Ray, your rhymes are mad sick. My lighter ran out, hand me the matchstick. And you'll never ever see a rock float like Mad Rhymes of venom. Attack 'em with the pen and end. There's no pretending. You my friend till the end. Truth is, you wanna know what the truth brings? Me, these raps in accordance with my mood swings. So stay stuck in the past, cause I'm moving on to new things.
Sometimes I just wanna close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just wanna live again. Sometimes I lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there were a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my